French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot has affirmed France's determination to recognize the state of Palestine, citing the worsening humanitarian crisis in Gaza as a catalyst for urgent international action. And Barrot condemned the killing of hundreds of Palestinian aid seekers by Israeli forces, describing it as a disgrace and an affront to human dignity. Barrot criticized Israel's limited aid distribution plan conducted outside the UN international oversight, during which soldiers have reportedly opened fire on Palestinians waiting for assistance and forcing civilians to choose starvation or being shot. He emphasized that France, alongside the European Union, is ready to support safe and equitable food distribution in Gaza and underscored the commitment to recognizing Palestinian statehood as part of a joint effort to establish the necessary conditions for peace. Gaza-based health authorities have announced that the death toll from the Israeli attacks on the Gaza Strip has climbed to 56,500 and over 133,400 were wounded. Gaza-based health authorities have reported that Israeli military operations in Gaza had killed 8 Palestinians and injured 41 others in the past 24 hours. Injured individuals and casualties were taken to El Ahli Baptist Hospital in Gaza City following the Israeli airstrikes that targeted multiple areas. The Palestinian Ministry of Health reported numerous fatalities, including women and children, resulting from the attacks. This latest violence stems from the ongoing Israeli aggression on Gaza, which escalated in October 2023. The International Committee of the Red Cross, the ICRC, has warned that Gaza's healthcare system is effectively obliterated, with staff overwhelmed by relentless mass casualties as Israeli attacks persist. And according to ICRC's spokesperson in Gaza, Hisham Mahanna, no week has passed since hostilities resumed on March the 18th without reports of strikes affecting hospitals, ambulance crews, or healthcare workers, even those actively on duty. Mahanna said the hospital's resources are rapidly depleted due to both a surge in casualties and ongoing restrictions on humanitarian aid. He described the crisis as exhausting human and material resources, providing a stark illustration of the healthcare system's near-total breakdown. And according to Israeli army occupation, radio violence by Israeli settlers in the occupied West Bank has surged by 30% this year. 414 nationalist crimes were recorded so far, compared to 318 during the same period last year. The incidents, based on security establishment data, include arson, stone throwing, vandalism, assaults, and other violent confrontations. A senior Israeli military official warned that not only are these crimes increasing in number, but they are also becoming more severe. The United Nations Security Council is set to hold an open session on Monday to address developments in the Middle East, with particular emphasis on the situation in Palestine. UN Assistant Secretary General for the Middle East, Asia and the Pacific, Mohammed Khalid Khiari, will brief Council members on the latest quarterly report from the UN Secretary General regarding the implementation of Resolution 2334. Adopted in December 2016, Resolution 2334 calls for an immediate halt to all Israeli settlement activities in the occupied Palestinian territories, including East Jerusalem.
Iran should not escalate. To fulfill its mission of maintaining international peace and
security. We're trying to make a deal so that there's no destruction and death.
Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has emphasized that their priority is to maintain national unity, urging the public to trust their government. And he noted that the solidarity of the people over the past 12 days demonstrates their unwavering support for the nation. His statements came after the Iranian parliament accused external enemies of waging a psychological war to instigate fear and chaos, claiming that the U.S. is reigniting conflicts amid negotiations. And Iran's top military commander, Major General Abdulrahim Mousavi, has expressed strong skepticism over Israel's commitment to the current ceasefire, warning of a forceful response should hostilities resume. And during a phone call with the Saudi Defense Minister Khalid bin Salman Al Saud, Mousavi criticized Israel for what he described as a pattern of violating international norms, and emphasized that Iran is ready to deliver a strong response if hostilities resume. His remarks underscore rising regional tensions and the fragile nature of the ceasefire in Gaza amid long-standing mistrust between Iran and Israel. And the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Rafael Grossi, has emphasized the need for a diplomatic resolution regarding Iran's nuclear program, stating that Iran could produce enriched uranium within months despite recent attacks on its facilities. And Grossi urged all parties to engage in dialogue for a lasting solution. Meanwhile, Iran's Constitutional Council approved a plan to suspend cooperation with the IAEA, citing violations of its sovereignty by the U.S. and Israel amid ongoing military tensions. The Iranian judiciary spokesperson has announced that the Israeli attack on June the 23rd on Evin prison in Tehran resulted in the deaths of 71 individuals. And he added that the casualties included administrative staff, military personnel, detainees, and family members visiting inmates. He also noted that the attack marked a shift in Israel's targeting strategy, aiming at symbols of Iran's ruling system. He added that remaining detainees transferred to other prisons in Tehran.